Hey guys, Waterfowler 41 here, and in today's video, it's a real quick one. We are going to be upgrading the floor mats inside my 2020 Ram Rebel. So I have the OEM all-weather floor liners, and they've seen their better days. This is literally after I just cleaned them this morning. They're pretty dirty, they're pretty beat up, worn in. It is time to upgrade those, so let's get these guys out of the truck and take a look at what we're going to be upgrading to. All right, we're going to keep this really simple. These are the factory floor liners. They are about 3.5 years old. You can see they're looking pretty beat up. I just cleaned them this morning, and no matter how much I clean them, they still have that matte finish to it, and just kind of the beat up look to it. It was time to upgrade, and I figured while I'm upgrading to newer looking floor liners, let's try to find some that are better coverage. Enter the TuxMat floor liners. So these are going to be a direct replacement for the OEM, but they look better. If you can see, the material themselves, the finish, it has a unique look, but I think it really is going to pop inside my Rebel. But also you can see right off the bat, the coverage is significantly more on all three of the mats. In the kit, you get the front driver's side, passenger side, and then you get your rear floor liner. A little bit different with the TuxMat kit versus the OEM. TuxMat's got one solid piece in the rear versus two on the OEM. Also in the kit, you get these clips, and these clips basically clip right onto the side here. So if you have a portion of the mat where it touches right up against the trim, you could actually use these clips to hold everything down nice and snug. I don't think I'll need them, but they provide quite a bit of them. I think there's about 10 of them in that kit that come in here. All right, so we got the OEM floor mat sitting right up on top of the TuxMat, and you can see without a doubt the TuxMats are going to provide a heck of a lot more coverage. The OEM floor liners look tiny compared to them. You got about 3 inches on the back, a couple inches in the front, tons on the side, and particularly here, and I'll show you once they're installed why that portion is beneficial. Rear liner, definitely more coverage along the rear. I have kids, definitely want that. So let's go ahead and get these guys popped in the truck. We'll take a look at them in action. All right, so we got the TuxMat floor liners installed, and like most floor liners, it's going to take a little bit to settle, so you are going to get the liner to pop up in certain sections. But again, once it goes through some heat cycles, it's pretty cold outside, it's about 35 degrees. Once everything settles in, it's going to fit nice and flush. Just give it time. But right off the bat, I can show you, this is my favorite section of it. So the OEM floor liners stopped right about here, and what they allowed is a lot of salt to seep between the floor liner and this plastic trim, ultimately getting this carpet soaked in salt, and it's kind of a pain in the butt to clean. You could see here, the TuxMats overlap that whole seam, and basically they're like a bucket. So everything from your feet or your boots gonna drop off here, and easy to clean out without any of it getting between the plastic trim and the carpet, which makes detailing a heck of a lot easier. I'm super keen on detailing the truck. I almost detail it once a week during the winter. These floor liners are gonna really help out with keeping everything clean and copacetic. Let's take a look at the rear here. Huge coverage increase up the bottom of the seat. Again, on the sides, it overlaps the seam. Again, this is super important. A lot of my Midwest homies are all going to agree with me. Having the ability to cover this whole seam with just a single floor liner so everything stays on the mat itself and not hits the carpet is awesome, particularly during salt season. The liner itself goes up the back, so it hits that rear underseat storage. My subwoofer's in there, so that's a nice complement of that. Floor liner travels up the side. Passenger side's just as good. Like I said, everything mounts on the factory post here. So there's one here in the rear, one on the other side. But with that said, that is a TuxMat review and quote-unquote install. Not much to them, but these things are awesome. I will follow up long-term as far as how they're holding up, but I absolutely love the increase in coverage. They look great. They match the interior of the truck pretty nicely, and I think we'll be keeping these ones for the long run. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.